Hello, I'm Chuck McEwen, executive producer of the Winnipeg Fringe Theatre Festival, and I want to welcome you to our Virtually Yours Winnipeg Fringe live stream event, shooting here from the lovely Gas Station Arts Center. It's going to be a strange summer without the 33rd Annual Fringe Festival. I know I'm going to miss the Exchange District, buzzing with fringers, rushing from venue to venue, enjoying some amazing live independent theater. I know all of our performers, patrons, volunteers, and staff are also going to miss their favorite summer festival experience as well. But we're so pleased to be able to bring you this amazing online event. We've got some of your favorite Fringe performers, some first-time participants, and even a few original pieces so that you can enjoy a little bit of the Fringe experience this year. I really want to thank all of our government funders for their support this year, Canadian Heritage, the Manitoba Arts Council, and the Winnipeg Arts Council, who have been able to provide us with some funding so we can bring this special show to you tonight. And of course, I want to thank a couple of our longtime sponsors, Liquor Marts and the Assiniboine Credit Union, for their generous contribution to the festival this year. The Winnipeg Fringe receives a tremendous amount of community support every year. And I want to thank all of our 2019 partners, and we look forward to having them back in 2021. But for now, let's get on with this amazing show we've got planned for you. I'm so pleased to be able to introduce your host for the evening. You've seen him on stages around Winnipeg and across Canada. And of course, he's been an incredibly valued staff member since 2008. Your host, Ray Strachan.
The Winnipeg Fringe Theatre Festival and Royal Manitoba Theatre Centre are proud to call Winnipeg home. Winnipeg is located on Treaty 1 land, the traditional territory of the Innu, Anishinaabe, and Dakota peoples, and homeland of the Métis Nation. We are thankful for the benefits sharing this land has afforded us, and we are committed to the responsibilities of the treaty. Hai Hai, Miigwech, Wopida, and Marci. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to 2020 Winnipeg Fringe. Well, virtually the Winnipeg Fringe. Unfortunately, we can't be with each other in Old Market Square. Usually around this time of the year, we'd be getting the outdoor site ready. Volunteers will be checking in, performers will be checking in from around the world. But because of where we are right now, we can't be with each other, but we're absolutely happy to be here in Winnipeg in the Gas Station Arts Center, which is actually a venue. And we'll be here every night, Tuesday to Friday from 7 to 10 with some great Fringe entertainment. We have comedians, sketch comedy, improv, you name it, we have it. And we're gonna give it to you and give you the full Fringe experience as much as we can. And I'm very lucky because every night I'm gonna have a special guest host. And tonight I have someone who's very familiar with the Gas Station Arts Center. He's been here with Outside Joke and he's been here with D&D Improv, a huge Fringe favorite. I'd like to welcome Toby Hughes.
Hello, everybody. Good evening, pups and puppers and all the beautiful people out there in Radio Land. I am Toby Hughes. Thank you so much, Ray and the Fringe, for having me. Very sad not to be actually doing improv here tonight. It feels strange because it's Fringe time and it's not Fringe, but we're all having to change what we're doing in these days. So I've taken on a job as a paranormal investigator. For instance, I'm a bit of a private detective. We can't do much acting these days, so we're going to see if there's any ghosts around here tonight, and might get to the bottom of that.
Ghosts?
Yeah, well, there's been some reports of ghosts in the area.
Okay.
Don't worry. I'm a professional now, so we're going to get to the bottom.
Okay. Well, great. You guys out there, you can actually be totally involved with us. It's virtual, but we want to see your likes. We want to see your comments. Interact with us. Tell us where you are in this world. Give us a shout out so you can be active. We'll see you. We'll give you guys a shout out on screen here. So say hello, comment, send us emojis, and be with us virtually. So yeah, we have a great night.
Oh, it's going to be really exciting. We've got 7 different acts, Fringe favorite shows going on tonight. We've got the likes of J.D. Edwards music. We've got a Fringe live stream. The Fempire present The Devil is a Feminist coming up tonight. Jazz Winnipeg is going to be doing a live show outside as part of a jazz garden party sort of experience. The Wishes, a mystical puppet company, is going to present a Space Hippo, a Fringe favorite from a couple years ago. And the Cold Hearts are presenting Edgar Allan Poe and Eddie Poe. which is going to be a very macabre sort of gothic experience, and followed by a show from Outside Joke, my own improv company. If I can get everybody together, I don't know how it's going to go, but we're going to see how that goes.
We'll make it happen.
We're going to
We'll
make it happen.
somehow.
Yeah.
First up, we have Squirrel Suit Productions from Hamilton, Ontario, featuring Carolyn Ramey, 10-time award-winning storyteller. She shares the trials and triumphs of growing up a little bit special and embracing what makes us different. An intimate and hilarious, honest journey exploring ADHD and celebrating neurodiversity. Welcome to Carolyn's world of chaos, creativity, and combat with her mind. Presenting the ADHD Project.
Hi. Hello, everybody. My name is Carolyn Ramey. I am currently on Anishinaabe and Haudenosaunee land in Kingston, Ontario. I'm holed up with my family for quarantine, which they're really, really excited that I've been here for so many months. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you for being here for the ADHD Project. I'm going to share some stories from the show. If you're brand new to ADHD, no worries. I'll break it down for you now. Basically, there are two different types of ADHD. So you've got your ADHD predominantly inattentive, and that's me. And you've got your ADHD predominantly hyperactivity / impulsivity, and that's my director. So you're in very good hands. We're representing both sides of the coin for you today. You're very lucky. So they're not really sure what causes this. A lot of people like to study it and guess what changes the brain, what makes us neurodiverse. For ADHD, I've heard everything from maybe it's pollution in the air or in the water, vaccines, not actually vaccines. That's a joke. The one thing that they do know for sure, though, is that it is genetic. So if a parent has it, it's more than likely they're going to pass it down to a child. For me, we're pretty sure it was my dear old dad that gave me this little gift. But growing up with a dad with ADHD, it's actually really fun. Because even after a long day of work, he'll still pull us up the stairs with an invisible rope for an hour. On long car rides, he'll tell us he has magic powers and he can turn off the rain with just a snap of his fingers. Always conveniently while driving underneath a bridge or an overpass. Probably weren't the brightest of children. He would tell us that thunder, don't be scared of that. That's just, it's Grandpa. He's bowling in heaven. And that the X-Men, these team of superheroes that I love, they're my favorite. They will be the ones to protect me from the monsters inside my closet. Now, my mom, she has a more realistic and at times darkly humorous approach. When we complain of monsters underneath the bed, her responses, they range from, there's no such thing, to, well, you're a fast runner. Which is a really scary thing when you're not a fast runner. And your mom, she knows this. Surprisingly, they actually make a really good team. Opposites attract. They have a really wonderful partnership. So when I am nearing the end of grade 2, just before summer break, I am so excited. Even then, I like school, but I already know that it's not really something I consider myself good at. I'm really excited because I can't wait to be free of the classroom, free of the desks. I'm going to play in the park with my friends, go to the pool with my sister. But I know something is up when both my parents tell me to sit down at the kitchen table for a talk, which you know is never good. I immediately think of all the bad things I could have done this week. Did they find out I married Joseph Person during second recess? I am only 7. Or maybe they found out that I took $1 off another kid's desk impulsively and I used it to buy popcorn at the cafeteria. I had never stolen anything before and I was actually racked with guilt. But it turns out this time, it wasn't any of those things. they sit me down to tell me that I won't be going into the regular grade 3 classroom the next year with all my friends. I remember being confused, and I just storm out of the house thinking, did I fail grade 2? It's my first memory of failure. And if you've ever failed anything, you know it doesn't feel good. It's also the first memory of being embarrassed. I just keep thinking, what will everyone say when I'm not sitting beside my best friend Emma in class? What will all the other kids say? I mean, they'll think I'm stupid. I must be stupid. But it's my dad that comes out and he sits down right beside me on the back steps and he tries to explain something called ADHD to me and how he thinks he must have it too. That I will be in grade 3 just in a different classroom for special kids just like me. The word special would come to mean something entirely different to me as I got older. But before I go any further, I do want to give you guys all some insight into how ADHD actually works in the brain. So you've got your frontal lobe right here, which is your speech and your planning and your thinking, your emotions. That's the largest part of the brain. And it's also where your executive functioning is, which is something that we have a lot of trouble with. That kind of planning stage of how to get from point A to point B. You also have a temporal lobe at the back, which is your memories and also your hearing. You have an occipital lobe, which is your vision. And you also have a parietal lobe. And I've been doing this show for 3 years and I still can't remember what exactly that one does. It's obviously not interesting, or I would hyperfocus and remember it. So you can Google it later. But I have stopped saying occipital lobe, so I'm doing better. I'm moving forward with that one. So the cool thing is they've been able to link all these symptoms of ADHD pretty much to these 3 main chemicals. You've got norepinephrine, serotonin, and big one, dopamine. And dopamine I find fascinating because how it works is it goes through your brain and it goes through all these little neurotransmitters. And it's kind of like if you have bus stops on a bus route. Now, instead of just going through pushing the dopamine, these neurotransmitters, they're holding the dopamine hostage for longer than necessary. And it ends up slowing down the entire production of the chemical. You know, our brains feel like racing trains, but really, in reality, they feel that way because the conductors are just slacking on the job. So they've been able to link. So simple, just lower levels of dopamine, that slow production, to being fidgety, being forgetful, hyperactivity, impulsivity, having trouble paying attention, disorganization, emotional regulation, all these things. It's so much more than just the attention disorder or the hyper disorder. There's a lot going on. So when I start off in my first segregated classroom, things are going okay. I'm having a lot of extra time with my work, extra attention from teachers, but I am really struggling making friends. So the next year for my birthday, my mom has me invite all the kids from the regular grade 3 classroom and all the kids from the spec ed class too. So about 40 or 50 kids. My mother is a very brave woman. I'm really excited because we are going to Uncle Porky's farm. I love animals. Unfortunately, though, 2 days before the party, we realized only 2 kids RSVP to come. I'm not too concerned about it. Everyone at school tells me they have other birthday parties to go to on that exact same day. But my mom, she just goes into reaction mode. She invites all my aunts, uncles, cousins, family, friends. And with all that and both my sisters, I really didn't notice a difference. I mean, I got to ride a pony, so that's all I really needed at 9 years old. It wouldn't be until I was older, 12, 13, that kids would actually just crumple up my invites right in front of me, throw them in the garbage as they laughed with their friends and said, "Oh, I'll think about making it." I mean, at least at 9, they were polite enough to just lie. I am really lucky though. I have a really supportive family, and a lot of kids growing up with different challenges, whatever they may be, they don't always have that. But it's definitely been a learning curve. I'm the middle child, and my older sister is my complete opposite. She was a straight A student in school, never had any issues. She was student council president, captain of every sports team. She was even crowned first princess in our big Rose Queen beauty pageant, which is a really big deal if you come from the town of Welland, Ontario. She also has a really type A personality. She needs things to be clean and organized at all times. She can't be late for anything. So that kind of kid growing up with a little sister with ADHD, we are oil and water and we do not mix. It is literally World War III in our house all the time. But she does really come through for me this one day. One of the new things about being in the segregated special education classroom is I now get to ride the bus to school. But I'm starting to get bullied by some of the boys on the bus. Then I notice every time a woman walks by on the sidewalk, they'll hoot and holler out the window to get her attention. So I decided to tell them all about my beautiful big sister, the first princess of the Rose City. They, of course, don't believe that someone like that could be related to someone as annoyingly hyper and awkward as me. So I come up with a plan. That night, I go home and I steal pictures of my big sister off the fridge to hand out as evidence. This works. I am accepted. They want to know all about my beautiful big sister. Of course, at the end of the week, my parents are wondering where all the class photos of her have gone. I try and explain that the boys on the bus, they didn't believe me. My sister is rightfully horrified. But my mom, she actually found it kind of sweet. So I don't know if it was my begging or my mom's encouragement. But my big sister, she agrees to meet me at the bus stop after school the next day. When I get off that bus and she is standing there, sash and crown, all the kids, the whole bus, they just go wild. They're wooing, they're cheering. Someone's yelling, "Marry me!" Other people are asking for autographs. And my sister has a pretty good sense of humor. So she is posing and twirling, blowing them kisses. I thought some of the kids were actually going to climb out of the window to get to her. And just as I reach her and she wraps me up in a hug, which was also rare, she turns to the boys at the back of the bus. She makes a fist with her hand and shouts, "Stop bullying my sister." And remember, this isn't your ordinary princess. She's a captain of the soccer team, the baseball team, and the volleyball team. Not a princess you want to mess with. And it worked. They stopped bullying me. And I never forgot what she did for me that day. Although I don't want to promote pimping out your older sibling to gain acceptance, but it actually did work for me. Yeah, it did. So near the end of the year, we are starting public speaking. And this is nerve-wracking for me because this is the first time I've ever had to write a speech and memorize something that long. But my dad, he promises he'll help me. We choose to do it on something I'm interested in. The city I was born in but no longer live, the city of Toronto. I love this because Toronto is equal to 60 Wellands. And yes, that was in my speech. I seem to memorize it really quickly. But when I'm practicing with my dad the night before I'm due to present in front of the entire class, I can't stand still. I'm bouncing up and down and I'm playing with my hands, my hair, my clothes. I mean, I'm distracted on a good day. Whenever I'm sitting in class, I hear every single scratch of a pencil, rustle of a paper, chairs moving back, if the door's opening, people talking at the front of the class or walking at the back. As soon as I get distracted, I can't finish what I'm working on. So the speech is no different. I'm forgetting whole pieces of it. So my dad finally tells me to just stop and stand on a chair. This is exciting in itself because we are not allowed to stand on chairs at my house, not with my mom, but I do it. And I don't know if it's because I became just more aware of my body, or maybe I just had to feel a little bit bigger than myself for once. But I say the whole speech from start to finish with little, no movement. My speech, it's then chosen to be told in front of the entire school. And I end up winning second place in the junior division. I carry that silver medal around with me so much that we actually lose a ribbon and have to put a random piece of yarn on it. But it's the first time that I feel like maybe I can actually be good at something. And here on after that, I always wait for the time that we do public speaking. Speeches become my favorite part of the year. In grade 6, I do my speech on special education. And looking back now, I realize that's the first time I ever advocated for myself and my peers. When I start drama class in grade 7 for the first time, and we have our big end of school presentation, we're doing the play Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And I get to play my most beloved Disney character of all time, Dopey. You think the kid in the spec ed class might try and avoid characters by the name of Dopey, but not me. I want this part more than anything, and I thought for sure all the class clowns in my group, they're gonna want to play Dopey. But the part is mine without protest. On the day of the performance, everyone is wearing handmade costumes from our teacher, but not me. I can't wear anything that even slightly itches, no tags. I wear my socks inside out because I hate that line that goes across your toes. So I get to bring a costume from home. It's my dad's big, oversized green painting sweater. It's forest dark green with these holes and rips and stains all over it. And I love it. And it smells just like. We're all running around on the gym floor, and I'm pretending to trip myself on my sleeves, and I crash into the other dwarfs, and I create this domino effect. Pew, 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 pew. And the whole school is laughing. And they're laughing at my Dopey. I can make people laugh. It was so weird. Under a character, I could actually just be my regular silly self without fear of being called annoying or hyper. Under Dopey, I could just be me. When I graduate a year later from grade 8, I put down 2 things for a future profession. One is a performer, and the other is a special education teacher, because I want to help other kids like me in school. Nearly a decade later, I would be a graduate of not only a theater arts program, but an educational assistant special needs support program too. I feel really, really lucky because I know not many people can say that they knew what they were meant to do with their lives at their grade 8 graduation and went out and did it. And I do think I have my ADHD to thank for that. I mean, it is not always easy. I still struggle every day, and I'm 30 years old. You know, every time I get easily frustrated because sometimes it's hard to regulate those emotions with ADHD. Or I miss meetings or appointments. I lose my wallet, my keys, my passport. I've lost my passport so many times. I actually have a special sticker that says I'm supposed to get a new one every 3 years because they do not trust me. I'm pretty much a security risk. My bedroom. I'm sorry, parents. That is one thing that'll be a lifelong long struggle. Look at this place. I'll show you because I can do that here. Look, it's a disaster zone. It always is a disaster zone. There's just nothing I can do about it. You learn new tools and you try and get better, but it's challenging and it's always going to be a challenge. But I do think that for all the weaknesses and struggles that I have with ADHD, I do have a lot of strengths that do balance it out. For example, yes, we may not be linear thinkers, but we've been forced to think outside the box our entire lives. So studies are proving that people with ADHD are actually excellent problem solvers. And we're often more creative. Yes, we can be inattentive, but if we can just find that one thing that we love, that we are passionate about, we can work for 8, 10, 12 hours straight. Sometimes we don't even need a break, but we will definitely need a deadline. They're also finding that people with ADHD were really calm and high stress situations. Our brains, they're constantly on fire. So when the world burns, we just feel right at home. We're excelling in careers like paramedic, firefighter, emergency room doctor, performer. It's all about finding our hyperfocus, whether that's theater and X-Men like me, or maybe it's comedy or Minecraft, dinosaurs, anything. Once we can find that, there's no telling what we can do. So if there's any parents watching this right now, I do hope you know you're doing an amazing job. It's not easy. But when you're training a young superhero to master their powers, it's not going to be easy. But it's definitely fun, and I promise there's a positive end in sight. If there's anyone watching today who's of neurodiverse mind, I hope you've related to it a little bit here, and I hope you know that whatever label you have, whether you have to battle it every single day or embrace it, or both, I really hope that you know that your label, it does not define you. It is just one little piece of you. But I really hope you can be proud of that piece, because I know for me, I mean, I couldn't imagine myself any other way. Thank you.
Thank you, Carlin. I know you can't hear our applause, but everyone, give us a like, give us a comment, give us a hey, give us some applause hands, and give it up for Carlin. Thank you very much. One thing that we're gonna miss is going from venue to venue as quick as we can, but we're gonna try and duplicate that virtually. So we're gonna go and stay in Ontario and stay in Hamilton, and we're gonna talk to Christopher Stanton of the Hamilton Fringe.
Hi, how you doing?
Christopher.
Hello, Christopher.
Hey, that's very exciting. It's so nice.
Good. How are you doing?
I was going to be following Carlin. That's fantastic. She's a bit of a hometown hero.
We're staying in Hamilton.
Yeah, it's great.
Nice.
Fantastic.
And how are you doing?
Very well. It's funny. I didn't realize it until just now, but this clock looming in the background in my in the frame here, it feels apropos. I'm sure you guys were feeling this about a week to the deadline date, the go date for the Winnipeg Fringe as well. We're about a week away, so I'm feeling this.
Yes, it's right over your shoulder.
Yeah.
So what do you got planned? What does Hamilton Fringe have planned for online content and for all our Hamilton Fringe fans?
Yeah, well, like the Winnipeg Fringe, we sort of did, I can't talk about this stuff without using the pivot word. We did the digital pivot. There's going to be a dance eventually. But yeah, we did. So we've got a bunch of online stuff. We've got 11 companies that are doing shows in an initiative that we're calling
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just getting some feedback on my end here. Yeah. So Stream Out Loud is the online portion of what we're doing. But we're also doing something called Skip is Listed. basically it's a curbside delivery of theater to your door. So we decided to embrace the social distancing aspect of things, where audiences from local audiences in Hamilton can order one of 3 shows. There's a menu of 3 shows that you can choose to bring to your doorstep, basically. So you get to watch from your house. They show up and do a 20-minute show on your lawn, basically. So we're sort
Amazing.
So that's very fun.
embracing the absurdity of the moment that we're finding ourselves in as live performers.
Absolutely. Yeah, you have to embrace it. You can't deny it, and you have to move forward. And so, where can people find your stuff online?
Yeah, well, it's running from July 21st to July 26th, so it is about a week away, much to my chagrin. And you can go to hamiltonfringe.ca to get more information about tickets. You can see that on your screens right there.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Well, best of luck. Break legs, as we say.
Thank you so much, Chris.
That's great. Thanks for taking the time.
Of
And
course,
good
much
luck.
love.
I understand this is your first night, so this is great.
Opening night.
Hey,
Yeah.
we are both theater actors, and all of this tech stuff it's just been a really fun few months.
An alarming thing to learn, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, I can't
No,
call
you
for
are
lying.
not alone.
I can't call for lying.
I know this anxiety is felt around the world right now.
Going through it together, and we'll work through it together. But much
I love
love
it.
from Winnipeg to Hamilton.
Thank you so much. Solidarity.
All right, take care, Christopher.
Thank you.
All the best.
Now, coming up next, we have a little bit of music from the J.D. Edwards Band. Now, if you don't know J.D., his eclectic songwriting style draws from a variety of different kinds of musical inspirations. It hones a loud and very gritty repertoire, a real crunchy, munchy kind of sound, heavily influenced by country, blues, R&B, and soul. So everybody stand by, get ready to have your socks rocked a little bit by J.D. Edwards.
Hi, everybody. I hope everyone is doing all right out there. I know I was just introduced with the band, but the band isn't available tonight, so it's just going to be me. I hope that's all right with y'all. But I'm going to start singing for you. This is a song called My Sky, and it's a bit of a co-write between my friend Glenn Bowie and myself. It goes like this. Sky is stagnant with forgotten stars. They all weep with jealousy for a sun that revolves around you, hanging in my heart of sand. Forgotten like the stars, it bleeds the words I still love you. Someone else's sky, someone else's tears. The sun will shine on tomorrow. Stars will all disappear. Someone else's dream, someone else's heart. Sky that falls in a million pieces. It's my sky. As I watch it fall apart. The sun will shine on everyone. You just gotta know where to stand. Why is it my forever always hangs in someone else's hands? And the sun and the moon, they share your stage, but you always outshine them all. You can't compete with a heart that shines so bright. You pick the stars you wanna fall. You wanna fall. Someone else's whisper, someone else's sky. So far above my world, I can't turn to say goodbye. Some dreams won't let me sleep. My heart won't let me shed this skin. So I close my eyes anyway, waiting on something to begin. Somebody to begin. Someone else's love surrounds your heart and hangs your stars. Forgotten the stars that shine upon my world. Someone else's promises, someone else's destiny. The stars set in place like jewels, they all begin to fall so slow, so deliberately. The sky begins to fall in a million pieces. Yeah, it's my sky. The only thing left that belongs to me. Thank you very much. Kind of a sad story. That song has been really been on my mind over the last few months. Being an artist, a touring musician, with a full summer and a full fall of gigs and festivals and shows just gone, and it's like my whole sky just sort of falling. But I am lucky. I do have a wife and children, and they definitely brighten up my world. When I get thinking about how sad I am about the future, the gigs and such, I know that I can always fall back on my family and find some joy, find some happiness there. This is a song that I wrote for my wife, and it kind of is about our children as well, but she's also a really great gardener. So I wrote this song called My Baby is a Gardener, and it goes like this. Well, my baby, she is a gardener. She knows every fly by the roots. She knows of the form and how they came to be. She knows all of the potential truth. She knows when to harvest and when to plant the seeds. She knows when the sunlight's just right. When she walk up and down the roofs every morning and sing to him every night. Da 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 da. Well, my baby, she is a gardener. She knows every leaf on a tree. She can see the wind blowing through the air. She got names for all the birds and the bees. She been listening to them speak about the history of millions of years of life. But she walk up and down the roads every morning and sing to them every night. Sing and grow up big and strong. Yeah, growing up big and strong. Feel the light from the earth, the sun and the water. Grow up big and strong. Yeah. Well, my baby, she is a gardener. She nurtures all that she sees. She guides them through all the stormy weather. She sings a tune when she weeds. Yeah, she get down in the dirt in her hands and knees. Well, she never give up the fight. Well, she walk up and down the roads every morning and sing to them every night. Sing and grow up big and strong. Yeah, growing up big and strong. Feel the light from the earth, the sun and the water, and grow up big and strong. Sing and growing up big and strong. Yeah, growing up big and strong. Feel the light from the earth, the sun and the water, and grow up big and strong. La 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 la. Thanks a lot, everybody. That one's called My Baby is a Gardener, and that one's for my wife, for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna do an old song. This is one that but I used to play a lot with this duo that I'm in called the Small Glories. I encourage you guys to go check out the Small Glories whenever you can. Right now, we're not really traveling so much, but you can always find us online. You can always go to www.thesmallglories.com. Find us on all of the socials and anywhere where you stream music. It's a lot of fun, and I love doing it. It's with my partner, musical partner in crime, Carol Luft, and myself, JD Edwards, and we have the Small Glories. But this is a song that we used to do a lot. We haven't done it in quite a long time because we've released a lot of new music over the years, but it's one of my favorite songs. This is a song called Old Garage, and it goes like this. Old garage out back on my house. Been there since 1962. The woods are rotten and it's leaning to one side. Foundations cracked, yeah, but the treasures I find, they remind me of my old grandpa. How we used to spend most every night with old Grams looking out from the house, wondering what he's doing inside tonight. 1940s war hero, yeah, he been learning everything that he knows from rock and roll radio, and I can still hear him humming, put on your blue suede shoe, echoing off the wall of this old garage. Hammers and saws, gloves and a spade, yeah, tools for every job. It was a jack of all trades. Cigars for the bread and the whiskey for the wine. Holy mornings growing on the vines outside, where we spend the nights underneath the lights, listening to the stories of the days gone by. A 1940s war hero, yeah, he been learning everything that he knows, from preacher talking radio, and I can still hear him humming. I can still hear him humming, echoing off the walls of this old garage. Ooh, doo, 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 doo. Doo, doo, doo. Thank you very much. Thanks so much. That song is called Old Garage, and normally I would be like really wailing it at the end. I would be pushing it a little bit more, but my kids are upstairs sleeping, and I got like thin floors, so I didn't want to be too loud. I noticed someone had commented about the music. Thank you so much. I really love playing music, and I love playing the Winnipeg Fringe Festival. It's got to be one of my favorite festivals to play. Every year, we've been doing it for years and years and years. We were so grateful for all the staff and all the people at the Fringe to invite us and to allow us to come and play on the stages. I sure do miss some of those Friday nights. But this is great. I'm glad that we're still doing something. We're still out there. We're still getting some sort of story across, some sort of arts and messages across the people. We're still sharing, and I'm really happy about that. I guess I'm going to do one more song, and then I'm going to shuffle off on my way for the next folks. Thank you so much. Again, my name is JD Edwards. You can find me and my band if you live in Winnipeg. We're playing the Beer Can this Thursday night. So after the Fringe Festival, maybe you should come out there and come party with us all night. But also, please look up my other band, The Small Glories. We sure would love to play for you guys. So this last song. This is an old John Martin song, and it's called I Don't Want to Know About Evil. About love, yes, I don't wanna know one thing about evil. Only wanna know about love. Sometimes it gets so hard to listen. Hard for us to use our eyes, and all around the coldest listening. Making sure it keeps us down to size. Yes, I don't wanna know about evil. Only wanna know about love. Yes, I don't wanna know about evil. Only wanna know about love. Waiting for the planes to tumble, waiting for the towns to fall, just waiting for the cities to crumble, waiting just to see you crawl. Yes, but I don't wanna know about evil. Only wanna know about love. Yes, I don't wanna know about evil. Only wanna know about love. Oh, yeah, yeah, I don't wanna know about evil. Only wanna know about love. Yes, I don't wanna know about evil. Only wanna know about love. Just waiting for the pain to tumble, waiting for the towns to fall, just waiting for the cities to crumble. I'm waiting just to see you crawl. 'Cause I don't wanna know about evil. Only wanna know about love. Yes, I don't wanna know one thing about evil. I only wanna know about love. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful week and an excellent Fringe Festival. Peace. Stay safe. Wash your hands. I'm out.
coming to you from all over the internet.
Yeah, I felt like I was in Old Market Square at lunchtime,
Yep.
in our concert series,
Yep.
having my butter chicken.
Oh yes, the butter chicken. I'm a roti man myself. Just a quick update on the ghost situation. It's becoming more and more clear that the Gas Station Art Center has become haunted. So just gonna don't worry. We'll get to the bottom of this. Just gonna put it out there to everyone watching right now. If you know of a silly regret that a ghost might have for a reason it might be haunting this Gas Station Art Center, please put it in the comments. We'll try to get to the bottom of it before the night is out. And, smash that subscribe button. Likes, hearts are great. Really want to see those flowing in. Each one gives us a little serotonin boost.
Yeah. We're actors. We're needy.
We're very needy.
That attention, a like or an emoji or something.
Anything. We just crave that external validation. And since Fringe is canceled this year, that's not going to be as much of a thing. So we actually have a little piece here by Teresa Thompson, performer I've known for a really long time. We went to MTYP together probably about 20 years ago.
But before we go to Teresa,
That's right.
we're talking about not being able to do Fringe this year, but we are already planning for Fringe 2021, and we can always use your support. So please visit winnipegfringe.com if you'd like to make a charitable donation. We'd really appreciate it, so we can be there for you next year, 2021. Knock on wood, fingers crossed.
And as you may know, all proceeds from Fringe shows go straight to the performers. So it's
100%.
like donations and sponsorships are a really big thing that allows everybody to keep this whole thing running. So yeah. Consider donating now. Now, as I was saying, with some very tender words about the missing of Fringe this year, this is Teresa Thompson with a piece called How the COVID Stole Fringemas.
Everyone in Peg City liked Fringemas a lot, but the COVID that came to Peg City, it did not. COVID hated Fringemas, the whole Fringemas season. Now please don't ask why, no one quite knows the reason. In spring, when shows were up on their feet, COVID swept into town and forced a retreat. They're planning their shows, it snarled with a sneer. Fringemas is coming, it's practically here. For come this July, I know all the Fringe folk will all be in venues for dramas and jokes. And Old Market Square will be filled with handbills and hand-billing pitches for shows that they shill. And posters put up into quilts that annoy, using packing tape rolls and packing tape toys. And the noise. Oh, the noise. There's one thing I hate, that damn packing tape noise. And so this past March, COVID came to town. A bad novel virus that sent us to ground. We all had to stop what we did and we do. This was scary and new and unlike the flu. Except frontline workers who worked through it all. The workers worked hard, though the order was tall. And those in Peg City, the tall and the small, were sad that there'd be no Fringemas at all. But funny thing happened, as happenings do. The artists continued to art and come through. They worked and they zoomed and they kept on creating. Theater and art, it was liberating. And COVID, with infection rates lower than low, was puzzling and puzzling. How can it be so? COVID hadn't stopped Fringemas from coming. It came, albeit online and not quite the same. It came without beer tents. It came without tickets. It came without reviewers or audience admittance. Maybe Fringemas, it thought, isn't just selling art. Maybe Fringe is the part that takes place in the heart. And what happened then? Well, I'm sorry to say, my metaphor broke down in an awkward type way. To personify a virus was questionable at best and requires more skill than I have in my chest. The ending of this does not wrap up so clean, because COVID is not a sad Grinch who is green. We won't get our fringe back. Not quite the same way. Our fringe won't return from the back of a sleigh. But the gift from the fringe folk, for which we are grateful, will give us a safe way to fringe as we're able. So until we can gather again and indoors, a virtual Fringemas, virtually yours. Welcome, Fringemas, bring your cheer as we log in and pour a beer. Fringemas Day is in our grasp, as long as there are hands to clap. Fringemas Day will always be, just as long as we have we. Welcome, Fringemas, where we stand. Heart to heart, now, wash your hands.
Amazing.
That was very touching.
Fringemas, I missed it even more, but that was absolute. They're clapping out there for you. So amazing. Clap online. Send your love to
Thank you
Teresa.
so much, Teresa.
Fringe memories.
Well, I miss Fringe. Actually, we have been in a bunch of shows together. The first show we did together was a Fringe show called Remember the Night.
Yeah, I do remember.
I remember the night. And one time, there was like a breakfast TV interview or something, and one of the questions was, "So, Andrew, do you remember the night?" And that was like probably like 12 years ago, but it sticks in my mind. But we were at the Rudolph Rocker. Yep.
When it was safe to be up there.
Yep, 91 Albert.
Mondragon was still in the basement
Yep.
on their southern fried tofu sandwiches.
Sweating like mad. I sat on top of a fridge.
Yeah, and it's the most incredible feeling as a Fringe artist to be like sold out and lines outside the venue,
Yeah.
and you're just amped, and it kind of keeps you going.
Yeah,
Especially when you're doing a BYOB over 12 days and doing it almost every day.
yeah,
That Fringe energy is just incredible.
yeah. It felt so nice. That was our Red Bull Fringe.
Oh gosh, and it's been Red Bull Fringe every year since.
It's a little trick of the trade.
So thank you again, Teresa. That was amazing. We got a great treat for you right now. We have Fringe Live Stream. Check them out on fringelivestream.com. They do amazing projects. You can check them out online. This one specifically, the year is 3092, and everyone is technically a cyborg. That is, until a self-proclaimed minister named Anita discovers the way to salvation. The beauty standards of the olden days are long forgotten. Anita, together with her team of ill-intended beauticians, create a competitive pageant of their own. The winner will receive a ticket to heaven, a makeover. Presenting Fringe Live Stream, doing Fempire.
The devil is a feminist.
This is The Devil is a Feminist, God is a Beauty Queen by Don't Touch Collective, Brianna and Kit, supported by Fempire, Tottering Biped Theatre, and the Ontario Arts Council. This reading is being streamed through Winnipeg Fringe and Fringe Livestream. There will be a brief intermission after Act 1, and then we'll be streaming only through Fringe Livestream. Get cozy, babes. These are the character breakdown and descriptions. Lilith Rue Zoe, best friend, Katniss type. Rosa Parks and Burning the Precinct type. An individual who likes to look wild type. Prefers the monstrous and the desirable wrapped in one type. Hold that complexity type. Follows the beat of her own drum. In other words, a badass. Nonconformist. Hater of capitalist scum. Bitch. A self-expression is key and do whatever I want, bitch. A stands up for her friends and what she believes in first, bitch. Because we are only as strong as weakest link. Goodbye, bitch. Performed by Adeline Okoyo. Eve, Fall of Men. Best friend, a sweetheart. Would be America's sweetheart if the country hadn't destroyed itself, but oh well. Strives for elegance. A baddie with a bag, as in red. As in she got coin, as in she got money, but she got morals and supports her friends. And most importantly, she's got the best style in the entire suburb. She is the queen, Baba B, performed by Maddie Crusto. Anita Supreme Missy, our extravagant villain. A 42nd wave feminist, also known as I will not be defined by my husband or lack of husband or my age or not my age, but I'm still a lady and I'm young forever. Missy, not Mrs. That's why I use it after my name. An organic purist, also known as your body, my rules. Stop with all the techie tools, okay? A telefashionist, the founder of Save Our Children from Cyborgs, performed by Claude Spadafora. Zaddy, a pageant host and influencer, news anchor and promoter. We've been keeping Zaddy alive for time, but we don't know how long and we don't ask because he hates to talk about it. He contains the only remaining hard drive that contains our histories. He is Zaddy because Zaddy is what you call those who speak truth, those who remember. Zaddy is one of the few titles we remember from the old world before somebody burned all the books and scattered the rest of our knowledge all over the earth and digital space. Performed by Kyle Billy. Capitalist scum. Historians say that a boss bitch was someone who defies all odds and builds an empire. But this boss is just a bitch, taken from the 21st century word meaning a big, bad. He is just there to do his job no matter the cost. Unless, of course, the cost outweighs the potential revenue. Pure capitalist scum. Performed by Zod Sheik. Beautician Baby. In the early 2020s, millennials started a movement expressing poetic ideas in the form of images called memes. One of these, memes, called I Am Baby, became a movement that lasted hundreds of years that expressed that young people just did not know what to do. Performed by Eve Lou. Mr. Neutral. It's not that he doesn't care. He just can't really afford to. Mr. Neutral keeps his head down and does his job without getting into the politics about it. Minding his own business is what he does because those who mind their business don't fucking die. Performed by Sean Parkinson. Beauty Scream. A goddess. A performer. An ethereal being with pipes made from the vocal cords of cherubs who rivaled the prophet Ariana Appropriation Grande. Beauty Scream is the ultimate, penultimate personality, second only to Zaddy, drag royalty, also performed by Sean Parkinson. Chorus, also known as Monsters and Beauty Queens. Beauty queens are Anita wannabes, and monsters are not. They're the cyborgs that are deemed as deviant, unnatural, and simply too much. Anita's doctrine teaches that these cyborgs need saving. All of us are sinners. I mean, ugly. But some of us are more ugly than others. In reality, these bitches are one and the same. Also performed by Sean Parkinson, and me, Michaela Molina Morales. Scene 1. In the beginning, there were toasters. Lights up on Zaddy and Chorus. The chorus sits in childlike anticipation as they wait for Zaddy to begin telling them the creation story. Imagine something like a parody of old Barney programs. Hokey music begins to play, and it's kind of spooky, yet campy. Campy as in queer as fuck.
Hello.
Hello, Daddy Cyborg.
Oh, you can call me Zaddy Sai. Okay. Well, today we're going to talk about the creation story.
Yay!
And like all good stories, this one starts at the very beginning. Well, as far back as I can remember. Now, give me thunder.
The chorus does a sort of drum roll that is a cacophony of boops and beeps as they press buttons on their cheeks.
So without farther ado, in the beginning, there was not one, nor two, but three. The land gave us flesh, and flesh gave us...
Machine!
That's right. In the beginning, there was not one, nor two, but three. First there was land, and the land gave us flesh, and flesh gave us machine. And from machine sprung all you beauty queens. Because one machine any time. And then came 3075. And books were burned alive. We lost our histories, but not our lives. We were bodies from lost lives. Never again, we said. That was the end, we said. So now the year is 9042. And we tell the story because it's all we have left. We refuse to forget that in the beginning, there was not one, nor two, but three. The land gave us flesh, and flesh gave us machines. The epitome, as far as I can see, aside from eventual singularity.
What's singularity?
The technological singularity, also simply the singularity, is a hypothetical point in time at which technological growth becomes uncontrollable and irreversible, resulting in unforeseeable changes to human civilization.
I joke. We would never.
Chorus lets out forced laughter. As the conclusion of the creation story wraps up, we hear "and cut" coming from a non-specified omnipresent director's voice. At this cue, the monsters and beauty queens relax and begin talking amongst themselves. The perfectly manicured hand of a stagehand passes Zaddy a bottle of water and he sips from it, passing it back to another stagehand passing by. Zaddy is nothing like the bubbly children's program host that he was just playing. In fact, he is clearly a tired grump. Like Helena Bonham Carter and Frankenstein had a child who smelled like cigarettes, coffee, and existential dread as soon as he came out of the womb.
I'm too old for this shit.
There is the hustle and bustle of sets being moved around as Zaddy puts on a tie and has hair and makeup done to him. He is now on a new set. The omnipresent director says, "And action."
This just in. Another historical artifact has been found by self-proclaimed fashion prophetess and organic purist Anita Supreme Missy. What does this artifact mean in relation to our history? Well, experts aren't quite sure, but Anita Supreme Missy has some ideas. More at 7.
Scene 2. Anita Supreme Missy, also known as the epitome of beauty according to herself. As Zaddy speaks, the set behind him is transformed into a big TV set where Anita Supreme Missy's commercials, interviews, and campaigns are being broadcast. As Anita Supreme Missy's show is being broadcast, the cyborgs, some much more eccentric than others, are bustling about with their business and shrug off Anita and her ideas as ridiculous.
Thank you for having me, Zaddy. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Anita Supreme Missy, and I am a telefashionist and a neo-archivist. All my life, I've been trying to solve the age-old query posed to us by our ancestors. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's technology. Why would they repeat such a strange adage? Well, I'm here to reveal to you the gospel Gucci truth. as I was combing through the wreckage of one of our historical landmarks in Old Soho, desperately searching for remnants of our history in the charred remains of the Great Burn, I found a text, an undiscovered, uncovered, and untold story from our ancestors. I fill in the blanks. I present to you the Goo.
The staging shifts into a talk show setting where Anita sits in an armchair speaking with the host.
Barefaced, overbold. The 10 commandments of enhancing your natural self. The 10 commandments. We've been searching for a guide and the universe hath provided. We cannot ignore this news. All this time we thought that in the beginning there were 3, but really there was only 1. 3 in 1 to be exact. The Trinity, Madonna, Mariah, and Harry.
The set shifts again, this time portraying a propaganda-type advertisement. The 3 beauticians stand behind Anita as she delivers her doctrine.
The way we are living is not natural. These mechanical bodies are not natural. We must return to flesh to achieve Madonna, pre-Madonna, and eventually just Donna. The ancient text says so. The Goo says so. We must do this. If not for us, then for our children. We must save our children from ourselves. We must save our children from cyborgs.
More and more people start gathering at the TV, watching Anita. It has all become too loud to ignore.
I have come bearing good news. A few fashion faux pas have been attempting to discredit me, that stating that my words of truth are harmful. Well, I have never wanted anything more than to protect our most vulnerable and spread what I believe to be the truth. Regardless, I have decided to put my heels where my mouth is. I am organizing my first charity pageant. The winner of such a pageant, a prestigious title as the first ever beauty queen, will receive a wonderful makeover. They will be crafted in the likeness of Madonna.
Everyone gasps. Scene 3, a society of monsters. The beauty queens are genuinely excited and eager to save their fellow monsters, inviting to participate in Anita's pageant by going door to door. It's a weird song, a chant, a thing a la our queen, Gaga.
Who's a beauty queen?
Step out on the queen.
Who's a beauty queen?
Mwah.
Lips go on for days.
Legs that don't decay.
Mechanical clay.
Mm-hmm.
Octo princess.
Style belligerent.
Individuoso, baby.
Avant-garde.
Fashion farming.
Even Lilith give me life.
Poison berries.
Eat them up.
Dress me like a lady.
Give me swords for fingernails.
I strut.
The crowd goes.
Uh-huh.
Weirdos.
Weirdos.
Girls and ghoulies.
Dress them up in gears and tulle.
Cyber kingstress.
Even Lilith.
Fashion queens are here to rule. What's a monster? Who's a monster?
What?
What you conjure?
What you offer?
Us.
A beauty pageant.
I guess.
A beauty pageant.
Oh, I will.
A beauty pageant.
Sounds well.
A beauty pageant. Oh, do tell.
Wow. Everyone scurries off, leaving a dust of glitter in their wake. A reluctant Lilith and an excited Eve emerge from the glitter in their home because they are best friends who live together. They are watching Anita on television.
The whole Trinity, Madonna, Mariah, and Perry. The way we are living is not natural. These mechanical bodies are not natural. We must return to flesh to achieve prima donna, Madonna, and ultimately just Donna. We must shed our unnatural selves to embrace our true selves. It is only then we will achieve salvation. Oh, I am recruiting new beauty queens to assist me on my mission to cleansing and refining our palates in honor of our idols. Despite the naysayers, my pageants have resulted in success, and the very best of us have been able to achieve what we have always been destined to be. Beautiful. Beautiful. Join me at my next stop, the quaint little suburb of Abomination. There are monsters there and they need our help.
Scene 4. To queen or not to queen. Eve and Lilith are chatting in a bedroom, as best femme friends do.
This is ridiculous. They are ridiculous.
I think they're nice.
Yeah, a little too nice.
Too nice?
Fake, Eve. They're a bunch of fakes. You think they really care about us?
Well, why else would they be here?
Are you really going to make me do this?
Well, I don't want to do it without you, and I really want to do it.
Fine. But you're definitely not going to like what I'm going to do on stage.
I expect nothing less than something completely shocking. Oh, I'm so nervous. What should I wear?
Something wild.
Okay, yes, good. We need to make an impression.
What, like it's hard? When has making an impression ever been hard for us?
We need to make the right kind of impression. Something unforgettable yet sophisticated.
Since when have you cared about impressing other people? Thinking about people never result in something good or unforgettable. More like status quo.
I don't care about impressing people. I care about impressing her.
You mean Anita Supreme Prissy? Who cares?
Well, as a matter of fact, I do. Anita Supreme Missy is going to change the world for the better. And I want to be part of the process, not just the product.
Deep.
You can be wrong if you want to.
The only thing wrong is the travesty you've chosen to pair together. I mean, really, Eve. Fairy wings and eyebrow extensions, please. Shall I show the public?
Lilith reaches for her speak.
Not funny, Lilith.
Documentation is the most sincere form of flattery, Miss Eve Fall of Men. Most. And whomst are you wearing? Zaddy wants to know.
Lilith imitates Zaddy when he's in his Ryan Seacrest form. She turns on her speak, the 9042 version of a cell phone that is embedded into your fucking cornea, and the light shines on Eve recording.
You're being awfully flippant with your speak, considering what I have on mine about you.
Eve turns on her speak.
Oh! This just in, Miss Eve Fall of Men is us staging a protest against her arch nemesis, Lilith Russo.
You're impossible.
Come on, if I'm gonna help you pick something to wear for this silly pageant, then at least let me get some good stuff for the archives. I've seriously been slacking. You know I have to keep up with the demands of documenting for our fans.
Yeah, all two of them are really rowdy.
Try 2 million, you fashion faux pas. Well, 200, but we're gonna get some more followers from beyond Abomination. We're trendsetters, influential, and soon continental.
Well, if you really cared about getting followers, then you would actually care about how you're going to look on live television. You do know the pageant is on live television, don't you?
Oh, I already know what I'm going to wear. Prepare for the real definition of unforgettable.
Scene 5. Backstage Beauty Queens. A backstage set has been established. Beauty queens enter and exit with arms full of supplies to set up the monster dressing rooms. The beauty queens, who are only half dressed in costume, are also preparing themselves for the opening performance of the pageant. The monster contestants steal glances at the beauty queens, wishing they looked like them. Zaddy also passes through, looking tired and taking a drink of something strong, probably vodka and battery fluid. A note from the directors, don't do this at home, dweebs.
When you said you were going to be unforgettable, I didn't think you meant like this.
Honey, you wish you could look like this.
Should I walk like this? When she calls my name, should I smile like this? Should I wave like this?
Fix your frown, little miss.
I can't believe you dragged me into this.
Oh my god.
Is that a glitch?
What the heck are you wearing? This look is quite scary. Please explain the pairing, please. Do you mind sharing?
I do. I won't until the show begins.
Honey, you're dismissed.
What? You can't do that.
Oh, but I can. This is a beauty pageant, not an ugly pageant.
Sick burn.
I happen to think this is beautiful. It makes me feel good.
Which of us is competing and which of us is not?
Whatever.
No. Look, yes, Lilith has a very peculiar taste and, dare I say, a penchant for the absurd, but she is just as deserving as anyone to be here. This is the Lilith Rousseau. Everyone in our town praises her fashion sense because it's so different. Listen, she has like 2 million followers on her Speak account, and so everyone is watching. And if you don't let her compete, just like everyone else, we're going to leave you a rude shriek review and you'll be ruined. What is said on the web stays on the web.
Fine. You'll be crucified. Your outfits are atrocious.
The beauticians leave.
So, I have 2 million followers now? I thought it was only 2.
That person was so rude. I can't believe he said our outfits were hideous. I could have just ripped his tacky cyber fiber 20th century-esque excuse for high fashion to shreds. We have to win this. Not for us, but to shove it in his face.
They exit. Scene 6. Enter the beauticians. 3 sleek and severe-looking figures walking in sync. Or mostly. Beautician Baby and Capitalist Scum are bickering. Mr. Neutral seems to hardly notice them and focuses on taking notes and checking the time on his wristwatch.
Well, we are going to have our work cut out for us.
Don't be cruel. They can't help it.
They're disgusting.
No, they just don't know any different. They need help. Anita said that...
Do you really think I care what that joke of a cyborg says?
Then why are you even doing this?
Why are you?
Well, because...
Because it pays.
A lot.
For some. Others are barely scraping by.
What, so neither of you actually believe in Anita?
It's a job.
Oh, I believe that these monsters need to be eradicated, but I can't stand Anita.
Eradicated? It's just a makeover.
Have you seen the lab?
Don't.
Disembodied voice announces, "Places, please," and Mr. Neutral and Capitalist Scum exit, leaving a reluctant Beautician Baby behind, looking uncertain. Thank you so much for tuning in to our reading of The Devil is a Feminist. If you would like to see the second half of the reading, which is being performed on Fringe Livestream in just a moment, we will be posting it on our website, thefempire.ca, after the festival is over. Bye for now.
Thank you, Fringe Livestream. Don't forget to check out their website, check out previous shows, check out upcoming shows. That was amazing. I'd like to give a shout out to our beer sponsor, Sleeman's, one of my favorite parts.
Yeah.
Fringe, the beer tent.
Definitely
Sleeman's is
delicious.
always there. So shout out to Sleeman's. And don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to send us emojis, because when that happens, we actually enter you automatically into our grand prize draw. And what our grand prize draw is this year, we have an amazing custom-made Winnipeg Fringe cooler. It is amazing. And you also get a $100 gift card to Liquor Mart. So if you live in Winnipeg, or if you can retrieve this in Winnipeg, please feel free to enter. Again, just comment, like, send an emoji, or you can send an email to contests@winnipegfringe.com. Say hello, tell us where you're from, tell us your favorite Fringe memory, and you will be entered into the contest to win this amazing prize. Or if you can't pick this up, we also have a super pass for Fringe 2021. Hopefully, knock on wood again, fingers crossed, theater gods, it'll happen. So amazing prizes. Please keep on commenting, liking, send emojis, and everything. Be interactive, because we can't be with each other face to face, so we'll have to do it virtually. So what do we got next?
Well, coming up next, we have a presentation from the Jazz Festival. We're going to be talking with Angela Heck, who works with the Jazz Festival. Winnipeg in summertime is festival season. Folk Fest should have been last weekend. Jazz Fest should have been in June. Fringe should have been coming up. So we're all collaborating and getting everybody here together to talk a little about Jazz Fest. Do we have Angela? Hello!
Hey, how are you doing?
Good.
We're rolling along. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Hey, we're having a garden party.
A garden party? Tell us
Yeah.
more about this.
Oh, well, we're having a couple of things coming up. Jazz Festival is improvising with the best of them, and we're going to be hosting 2 series this summer. One is a series of garden parties at the Dolnavert Museum, and one is a series of online concerts live from the Alt Hotel.
Ooh, that sounds very fantastic. So these garden parties, is it encouraged that you dress up in costume?
It is indeed. They are at the Dolnavert Museum, which is invoking the spirit of the Roaring Twenties. So where else can you celebrate the Jazz Age but there? So we are strongly encouraging people to put on your best 20s attire, come and enjoy some sparkling beverages in the afternoon, and listen to some amazing jazz.
That's fantastic. And what days would those be going on?
Those are starting this Sunday for 6 Sundays. So 2 o'clock until 5 o'clock every afternoon. We'll be doing that. And then the Live from the Alt Hotel series is something a little bit different, a little bit more funk, a little bit more hip hop, some global beats. And those are on our Facebook page, the facebook.com/jazzwinnipeg. And I think you're going to have some artists coming up who are going to be featured there.
Oh, is that right? Well, right here, actually live. We've actually got an artist here live at the Gas Station Arts Center, representing Jazz Winnipeg, and will be performing at the Jazz Garden Parties. Sheena Ratai, legendary Winnipeg musician, real force of a performer, and we're very lucky to have her here tonight, performing live outdoors on the stage. Here we go, Sheena Ratai.
Thank you so much. I'm Sheena Ratai. This is Aaron Shore. Welcome to all of you, this beautiful live audience. It's so special to see faces before us as we're playing for you again. It feels so wonderful. And thank you to all of you tuning in, and to Fringe Fest Winnipeg for having us, to the Gas Station Theater and Royal MTC. We're so excited to play some music for you. So we're going to do just that. This is a song that I love by an amazing artist whom we recently is no longer with us, but we honor in all the music that we make. So this is one of my favorite Bill Withers tunes, and was a little bit of a boon to me in this time. When I wake up in the morning, love, and sunlight hurts my eyes, something without warning, love, bears heavy on my mind. Then I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Oh, oh, just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. Oh, it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. Oh, when the day that lies ahead of me seems impossible to face, and someone else instead of me always seems to know the way, then I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be oh, lovely, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. Oh, it's gonna be a lovely day, a lovely day, a lovely day, a lovely day. Oh, just listen to me, I'll tell you now. It's gonna be a lovely day. Oh, when I wake up in the morning, love, and sunlight hurts my eyes, and something without warning, love, bears so heavy on my mind. Oh, then I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Oh, just one look at you, oh, and I know it's gonna be oh, a lovely day. Oh, lovely day. Oh, if I just look at you, I know it's gonna be a lovely day. Oh, oh, it's gonna be a lovely day. Oh, and the day that lies ahead of me, all I have to do is look at you. It's gonna be a lovely day, a lovely day. Thank you so much. Wonderful. I'll speak on your behalf. You can interrupt me if I'm saying the things that you don't mean. It is so very wonderful to be out singing and performing again. This is actually big day. Aaron has 2 gigs today. He's about to, Soul Night is back up and running at the new location of the Toad in the Cavern. And this is actually our 2nd gig together this week. Whoa, what is this? Normal life? No, it's not, but it feels close. You've never what? He's never worked this much in his life. Wonderful. Well, actually, they were talking about the jazz, like what Jazz Fest is doing this year, and that's what we were a part of on Saturday. We were at the Alt Hotel with our very dear pal and wonderful musician, Julian Bradford. And the 3 of us played a bunch of beautiful covers that we love, some of which we're playing today. And so tune in for that. Keep your eyes posted, Jazz Winnipeg, and you can see our little set that we played. It's a beautiful space there at the Alt Hotel. But anyway, you're not here to hear me talk, so we're going to play some more music. Three little birds sat on my window and they told me I don't need to worry. Summer came like cinnamon, so sweet. Little girls double dutch on the concrete. Maybe sometimes you got it wrong, but it's alright. The more things seem to change, the more they stay the same. Why don't you think it's strange? Girl, put your records on. Tell me your favorite song. Just go ahead, let your hair down. Sapphire and faded jeans, I hope you get your dreams. Just go ahead, let your hair down. Oh, you're gonna find yourself somewhere, somehow. Blue as the sky, sunburnt and lonely, sipping tea in the bar by the roadside. Don't you let those other boys fool you. Gotta love that Afro hairdo. And maybe sometimes you get it wrong, but it's alright. The more things seem to change, the more they stay the same. Why don't you hesitate? Girl, put your records on. Tell me your favorite song. Just go ahead, let your hair down. Oh, sapphire and faded jeans, I hope you get your dreams. Just go ahead, let your hair down. Oh, you're gonna find yourself somewhere, somehow. 'Twas more than I could take. Pity for pity's sake. Some nights kept me awake. I thought that I was stronger. When you gonna realize that you don't even have to try any longer? Do what you want to, girl, put your records on. Tell me your favorite song. Just go ahead, let your hair down. Oh, sapphire and faded jeans, I hope you get your dreams. Just go ahead, let your hair down. Oh, now, girl, put your records on. Tell me your favorite song. Just go ahead, let your hair down. Oh, sapphire and faded jeans, I hope you get your dreams. Just go ahead, let your hair down. Oh, now, you're gonna find yourself somewhere, Oh, thanks. Thank you very, very much. One of the, actually over the last year and a half, Aaron and a number of amazing musicians in the city who have been involved in putting together this Paul Simon tribute show. And Aaron and I have worked together lots, and so he's like, hey, you want to sing some Paul Simon tunes? I was like, heck yeah, I do. And it turns out that, you know, I think of Paul Simon, I'm like, oh, this feels nice, this is great. Yeah, that's hard music, actually. It's really hard music. He's tricksy, he's very tricksy. But it's wonderful music, and it was such a pleasure to be a part of that show. The couple of shows we played at Harvest Moon, we played at the West End Cultural Center, and we were supposed to play in Edmonton about a month ago or so. Wah, wah, wah. But that's okay. Here we are for you now, and we're gonna do a Paul Simon tune for you that we absolutely fell in love with when we were learning all of this material. It's called Something So Right. You've got the cool waters, the fever runs high. You've got the look of a love light in your eyes, and I've got this crazy motion till you calm me down. It took a little time, but you calm me down. Something goes wrong, I'm the first to admit it, the first to admit it, the last one to know. When something goes right, oh, it's likely to lose me, yeah, it's apt to confuse me. It's such an unusual sight, no, I can't get used to something so right. Something so right. Ooh. They've got a wall in China. It's 1,000 miles long. To keep up the foreigners, they made it strong, and I've got a wall around me that you can't even see. It took a little time to get next to me. When something goes wrong, I'm the first to admit it. I'm the first to admit it, the last one to know. When something goes right, oh, it's likely to lose me, yeah, it's apt to confuse me. It's such an unusual sight, oh, I can't get used to something so right, something so right. Some people never say the words I love you. It's not their style to be so bold. Some people never say those words I love you, but like a child they're longing to be told. Oh, when something goes wrong, oh, I'm the first to admit it. I'm the first to admit it, the last one to know. When something goes right, oh, it's likely to lose me, yeah, it's apt to confuse me. It's such an unusual sight, oh, I can't get used to something so right. Something so right, oh, something so right. Oh, I can't get used to something so right. Ooh. Yeah. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, that's a favorite of ours. Ironically, one time we performed it, it was something very wrong. Something went very, very wrong. And it was my fault. I'll take that one. All right, here's a song you'll recognize by a hometown hero. Yeah, not that. Yeah, it's not almost. Not too fast. Sailing hardships through broken harbors, out on the waves in the night. Still the searcher must ride a dark horse, racing alone in his fright. Tell me why. Tell me why Is it hard to make arrangements with yourself when you're old enough to repay, young enough to sell? Tell me lies later, come and see me, I'll be around for a while. I am lonely, but you can free me all in the way that you smile. Tell me why. Tell me why. Is it hard to make arrangements with yourself when you're old enough to repay, young enough to sell? Sailing hardships through broken harbors out on the waves of the night. Still the searcher must ride a dark horse out, racing along in his pride. Tell me why. Tell me why. Is it hard to make arrangements with yourself when you're old enough to repay, young enough to sell? Yeah. Thank you so much. I think we've just got a couple more. Oh, thank you. Someone back there. Very good. I think we've just got a couple more for you. It's such a beautiful view that we have to watch these clouds that have been kind of threatening Winnipeg. Now they've left. I'm telling you to turn around when they're gone. But they were magnificent earlier. At home, look out of your windows. Maybe they're awesome where you are. We weren't sure. I feel like you, as much as, all of our meteorologists and weather folks are doing their best, man, Winnipeg doesn't make that job easy. Anyways, we're so glad that we didn't get rained out. And we're going to do, one of my I always kind of love these Inception covers that we tend to do. This is a cover of a cover. D'Angelo is one of my favorite artists. And this is a Roberta Flack tune that he covered and just made even sexier than she made it. So we're going to cover this covered tune now. And I can't guarantee it'll be sexy, but we're going to play it for you. I used to love when we were playing, when we could all gather indoors in large numbers. I love to play this one at the end of the night and send people home to be like, all right, do what you will. Walking in the park, watching winter turn to spring. Strolling in the park, watching lovers do their thing. Just mildly voyeuristic. That's the time I feel like making love to you. Yeah, that's the time I feel like making dreams come true. Oh, when you're touching me and my feelings start to show. Yeah. Oh, that's the time. Oh, I feel like making love. I spoke too soon to you. I should never have said it. That's the time. Oh, I feel like making dreams come true. Ooh. It's raining here for all of you folks comfortable in your cozy homes. I jinxed it. Oh, we need to stop? Okay. Okay. You're getting zapped. Oh my God. I feel so terrible. I literally.
You can put it on us.
It's my fault. I said it.
I can hear you. Hey,
hello everyone.
It's like real Fringe. It's like,
This really does feel like the Fringe
yeah,
Festival.
it was super hot. Everyone was outside. Everyone's trying to huddle under a tent. It's like we're having the full 12 days of Fringe happen in the first couple hours of this.
First couple hours of the Fringe, everyone's huddled under the tent. People are smiling, enjoying their drinks, sharing a real sort of nice community moment.
Yeah, it gets pretty hardy. Everyone's running in there, but it's all good.
Yeah,
We're going to keep going.
There's techs running everywhere, trying to keep the equipment dry while they themselves are getting wet, the ultimate sacrifice.
Yeah, it's crazy, but kind of calming. It's like, yeah, we're here.
And we're sitting in Adirondack chairs.
Yeah, we just sit back a little bit like this. But amazing performance. Thank you, Sheeta. Don't forget to check out jazzwinnipeg.com and check out their series at the Down the Bear Museum.
The Museum and the Old Hotel concert series. The concerts at the museum, we should let you know, are rain or shine, preferably shine. But nothing like a little bit of a downpour. I got the humidity. So I think this could be the perfect time to talk about donations.
Donations, why not? Thank you, first of all, to our government funders. You made it possible for the festival to pay all the performers who are involved in virtually online Fringe. So thank you very much. And if you at home, you online, you who are virtually with us would like to help out the Fringe as we prepare for 2021, please head over to winnipegfringe.com and help us with a donation, a charitable donation.
Absolutely. And it's very important also to extend special thanks to all of the volunteers who every year make the Fringe Festival run. Honestly, volunteers get thanked a lot these days. But these sorts of things could not happen without the generosity with time, the patience, and the dedicated work ethic of the Fringe volunteers.
Yeah.
We have 3 volunteers here with us tonight. Angela, Nina, and Tracy, you're out there. Give yourselves a round of applause. All you people huddling in the beer tent, give them a round of applause if you can hear us out there. We don't know if the speakers are working anymore, folks. We don't know if anybody is even watching us anymore. If you're still watching us, why don't you smash that like and subscribe button?
Yeah.
Toss a couple likes and hearts.
We just hit 400.
There's
400.
a frowny face, so great. Keep the frowny faces coming.
Rainbows. Thanks, Susan.
Thank you, Susan Best. Also, I don't know if this storm is a direct or indirect result of the ghost activity that's going on here at the gas station Art Center. We are filling a little bit of time, so this would be the perfect time. Anybody at home, if you know of any reason why a ghost, a regret that a ghost might have, throw it in the chat. It might come in useful later. Also, if anyone at home can think of any reason why, like a group of friends, a secret among friends, that might come in handy later. So throw that in the chat and we'll definitely try to get back to you about that.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of ghosts. We should do actually a volunteer video.
And there's a little video to show here to thank all of the wonderful Fringe volunteers.
Without ghosts. Thank you, volunteers. We have the best volunteers at Fringe.
That's true.
12-day commitment, rain, sun, shine, they're there.
Yep, and as outside joke, we have performed at the opening volunteer sort of orientation time.
Yeah.
And the volunteers, they see everything.
They do.
They do see everything.
And they spread the word.
They spread the word and they have opinions.
Thank you also to Assiniboine Credit Union for their help and helping us put up Fringe Virtually Yours. And thank you to the University of Winnipeg. They provided us with a lot of technical equipment here to make this happen. So thank you very much. We're ready for our next performance. It's
right.
like the real Fringe. You're the outdoor venue. Rain happens, what do? You go find another show.
Boom.
So that's what we're gonna do. We have the Wishes Mystical Puppet Company. I won't get into much detail with them, but the scientists and politicians of our world can agree on 3 things. All life on Earth will be wiped out in 5 years. There is absolutely nothing we can do to stop it, and we should send a hippo into space. Presenting the Wishes Mystical Puppet Company.
Oh, hippo. Wait, what? Oh, take it off. Hello, Winnipeg Fringe. We're the Wishes Mystical Puppet Company. Nice to see you. Sorry about the hippo masks. I'm Daniel Wishes.
And I'm Sari.
And we are broadcasting live from Japan, or actually, we're above Japan in a spaceship orbiting around the Earth. We're aliens from the future. Yeah. And we're here to tell you that all life on Earth is going to be extinguished in only 5 years, although that may not come as a surprise to you. But we're going to tell you the story by projecting shadows onto the wall of our spare bedroom behind us. And this is a special abridged version of the story of how scientists and politicians decide to save the world by sending a hippo into space. But it's an abridged version with half the story missing. And also it's going to be all in Japanese. But don't worry, I'm sure you won't have any trouble understanding it all. All right, let's get started.
Mukashi 宇宙カバがいた青い地球を救うため広い宇宙に飛び立った怖くなんてなかっただって君はただのカバそう読み書きも計算もできないし科学なんて聞いたこともないそれはでっち上げそれは嘘の希望嘘をついたのは科学者嘘をつかせたのは政治家僕らはごまかされた地球の大気緑水資源本当を言いたかった科学者政治家は全部否定した5 more years 僕らと5年5 more years 木々が燃え尽きて5 more years 海 が干上がって5 years 全部チリにな5 years 僕らハイにな5 years のりは届かない君だから今を生きよう今を生きようただ政治家の頭の中は少し違うこと5 more years そうさあと5年5 more years 嘘の約束を宣言して守るふりして撤回する5 more years そして新たな嘘をつくもう一度選挙に勝てばいい5 more years 5 more years たとえ川を宇宙に送ったとしても過去は消せない変えられはしない星の命太陽は止められないなんて言った川を宇宙になんて素晴らしい名案だ過去もきっと消せる太陽も止められる僕らの希望を宇宙から飛び立てよ
Hippo feeding systems initiate. Whoop! Pew pew! Oh! Pew pew! Oh! Pew pew! Oh! Mission complete. Hippo fed. She. Spaceship and the loading dock. Oh, I got it. Yes. Oh, we're good. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's a spaceship. What's in it? What's in it? Oh, what do you think it is? Let's get it. Oh, it's hippo. Oh, a hippo. I'll be dying. Somebody get that hippo. Use the laser cage. Gotcha. I got it. Wakey. おはようございます。お前は誰？ここはどこ？Akibo was Zeta alien spaceship. ゼータの宇宙船？待って、宇宙カバンはどうして話ができるの？ Oh yeah, we use telepathy. テレパシー？ Chi, chi. Oh, Spaceful, thank goodness you're all right. そう、餌ロボットも話ができるようにしたの。待って、餌の味はどうなったの？ Oh yeah, yeah, food still tastes good. おいしい。おいしいって。Oh yeah. 本当に？ちょっと試食させて。ピューピュー。おー、みよみよ。本当に美味しくなってる。いいアップグレードね。Right? Uchukaba, Spaceful, the aliens want something from you. ゼータが宇宙カバに何をしてほしいって？ Oh, well, you see. A long time ago, Tauret, the goddess of fertility, mother of the universe, protector of Absu, source of the pure water, birthplace of the gods, wanted a baby, so she gave up her divinity to become a mortal. Sometimes I speak in English just for fun, for clarity. 確かに宇宙カバはこの神様に似てるかもしれない。でも宇宙カバはタワレトもアプスも何も知らない。聞いたこともない。Look out, Spaceful! He's going to mind meld you! マインドメルド？宇宙カバの心を読む気？やめて！宇宙カバの頭の中に入ってこないで！Ah, so baby. 言ったでしょ。宇宙カバはタワレトもアプスも知らないって。赤ちゃんに合わせて。But maybe. Sir. What is it? I don't know how to tell you this, but Lizard Man has breached the ship. He's come aboard and he wants revenge. We're all gonna die. Run! Ah! Oh no, Lizard Man. Lizard Man. No, stop, Lizard Man. Don't. You, Lizard Man, use telepathy. No, stop. No. Oh yeah, Lizard Man. Go, Uchukaba. Lizard Man, get your spaceship. Arigato, Lizard Man. Woo, Lizard Man. Oh no, Zeta's. Lizard Man. Pew 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 pew. Lizard Man. Ow. Oh no, Lizard Man's been hit. Ow. Good luck, Space Hippo. Lizard Man.
Give it all that you got. Though right now that don't mean a lot. Still you gotta give it one final shot. 'Cause your life's worth a lot. Your life's worth a lot. Your life's worth a lot. Your life's worth a lot.
Lizard man. Are you hungry, Space Hippo? Akacha! 宇宙カバアクスを飲む。
To save her baby, Space Hippo rebooted the universe. She knew it would take billions of years before the universe could support life. Her baby would be reincarnated and die again and again. She would be able to spend eternity watching over the baby, but as a goddess, she would never be able to touch it or speak to it. The baby would have no memory of her or ever be sure of its existence.
Wow, Towerette! Oh, I got her! Yeah! Oh.
風が木に触れるざわめきもう聞こえない鳥は去り蜂は消えた赤は枯れ果てて僕はどこにいるその手を差し伸べずその目をぎゅっと閉じたまんまでこの世界を見ないふりしてるの誰なんだろう風が背を撫でたどうかそのまま消えないで遥か天に届くようなあの山僕の前から消えていかないでその手を差し伸べずその目をぎゅっと閉じたまんまでこの世界を見ないふりしてるの誰なんだろうその日が来るのを待っているだけ僕の体が灰になっても世界は続いてくだから全部意味がないの波のさざめきも聞こえない懐かしい海の香り今は砂だけが残った約束の地に何が起きたのその手を差し伸べずその目をぎゅっと閉じたまんまでこの世界を見ないふりしてるの誰なんだろうその日が来るのを待っているだけやだ待ってはいけないけれど僕らただ待っているだけ
Hey, thank you very much. That was the abridged version of Space Hippo here at the Winnipeg Fringe. I hope you all enjoyed it. We're the Wishes Mystical Puppet Company, also known in Japan as Mochinosha. Please find us online and check us out. Follow us on all the different social medias. We're on all of them.
We are releasing a new kind of Space Hippo spin-off video very soon online.
That's right, Sari. We've made a special 3-minute sequel kind of spin-off to Space Hippo called Inner Space Hippo. So look for that online later. It's a special video just for you. Thank you, Winnipeg. We miss you.
Thank you.
We'll see you next year, hopefully.
Yeah, we'll bring a brand new show next year. Please.
Brand new
Stay
show.
in touch.
Please come see us.
Yeah.
We miss you.
We miss you.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow, that was amazing. The Wishes Mystical Puppet Company. We miss you guys too. We miss all of you guys out there watching. Kids Fringe, I saw your hello. I miss you guys so much too. And you know what else I miss? Fringe food.
Fringe food.
Fringe food.
The food trucks not only essential fuel for performers between shows, but also a delightful variety of things to eat when you're down on the grounds. Please fill out those comments sections. What is your favorite Fringe food vendor? What do you like to eat at the Fringe? What time of day do you like to eat it? How many of them have you had? I remember one year I had Spanica pita twice a day, almost every day of the Fringe. Because you could just like boom, boom, boom. Tastes so good.
And you're good to go.
Yeah.
Just like samosas. Boom.
Yep.
Good to go for next show. Good to go for next shift.
Yep. And I like the rotis for the same reason, because it's a big mass that you just plant in your stomach and you just know, if nothing else, I'm good for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we actually went to visit one of the food trucks at the Wolseley Farmers Market, because a lot of these food trucks and these vendors, they have restaurants in town and they are appearing all over the place. So check this out.
Check it out.
Hello, we are here at the Wolseley Farmers Market, bringing you some of the food vendors that you're not going to be able to catch at the Fringe this year. Today, we are at Little Eggplant Italian street food.
Yo, they're calling my name.
Oh my god! Oh my
gosh!
Name.
Oh my
Gonna go get the food right now.
Hey. No, we are in Temple right now. Hey, check it out. Nutella grilled cheese.
Oh.
Check it. Check it out, it's Phil. First year vendor last year.
Thanks to the Fringe for allowing us to come there, and unfortunately this year things happened, but we look forward to next year.
Thanks, brother. Thank you guys. I'm gonna enjoy this.
Thank you.
Go eat. First bites here. I ordered the Nutella grilled cheese sandwich. What you get, brother?
Sicilian.
First bite?
First bite.
Get it here.
I knew I was gonna get fed on roasted red peppers, but I didn't remember how long it's been.
I'm gonna miss French food. What was your go-to French dish?
Chickpea roti.
Yep.
Because it's good for putting a solid mass of go fuel in your gut on a 2 or 3 show day.
Yeah, you gotta have that.
Yeah, and not quite so heavy as like bug milk.
Yeah. Don't realize how important French food is until like day 8, day 9. Yep. Where you just need it.
Yep. Well, one of those really cold lemonades. It's like happy to pay to chug that really fast.
Lemon heaven.
Yep. What's your favorite?
I gotta go with the classic buttered chicken. Mm-hmm. You know, and also the new cheese gelato, which hopefully we'll be visiting later on. Oh yeah. But yeah, this is wicked. Little Eggplant, littleeggplant.ca. Check out their website. They're here at the Wolseley Farmers Market every Tuesday and Thursday, so come visit them. You can have a wicked Nutella grilled cheese.
Panini over here.
Gelato float.
Follow them on Instagram at Little Eggplant.
Little Eggplant.
And find out their schedule for the rest of the summer. The truck's going to be all over.
Cheers.
I'm still tasting that panini in my mouth.
And I'm still tasting that grilled Nutella cheese. It's like actual Nutella with grilled cheese, but it's phenomenal.
Yeah, Little Eggplant. It was delicious. You could tell I was just eating while we were shooting. It was yeah. It's great to be able to get that Fringe food.
You bet. So what's next?
Coming up next. Ooh, mini donut. Here we got mini donuts and lemonade. Cheese curds, definitely, absolutely a fantastic choice. Little Loki there. Oh yeah. Okay. Beer.
Yeah, that's a food group.
That's hops. Go fuel. Yeah. It's actually got like 2 food groups in it.
There's carbs in there too. You need
water
carbs.
and vegetables, or hops or vegetables.
So beer, yes. Beer,
Lemon
yes.
gelato poured over El Jimador. Oh,
Oh,
my.
what is that?
Now we're talking. Now
Oh
we're
my
getting fancy.
goodness.
Yes.
Now I'm hungry. Chickpea curry, yes, every day.
every
Well, you
day.
know what? Go get some chickpea curry at India Palace.
Yep, India Palace is open. Yeah.
They're on Ellis.
They're on Ellis.
2 locations on Ellis, one on Portage.
They have one on Portage?
Far down Portage, near St. Charles.
Go for it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I didn't know they expanded that far.
Now I'm hungry. Let's go to the next act, man.
Okay,
I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
Coming up next, we have something that is so far up my alley, a gothic horror, a dark musical comedy inspired by the youth and short stories of Edgar Allan Poe. 11-year-old Edgar Allan has only one goal: to be the most remarkable student at boarding school. He has only one obstacle: Edgar Allan. Presenting The Cold Hearts. Coming up right now, camera 3, get ready for The Cold Hearts, Edgar Allan and Eddie Poe.
I am the descendant of a race that is imaginative and easily excitable temperament has always rendered them remarkable. And in my early infancy, I give evidence of having inherited fully the character of the family remarkable. As I advanced in years, I grew self-willed, addicted to the wildest of caprices, and a prey to the most ungovernable passion. My parents, they tried the best they could. My parents, they tried to make me good. Henceforth, my voice was a household lion at a tender age. I was abandoned to the guidance of my own will. Sent forth to cure my headstrong ways at a boarding school. I'll spend my days, their hopes and education will instill. But this setting provides a newfound thrill. Now I have the opportunity to prove myself unremittingly through order, repetition, and accuracy. My entrance to society, which for me comes naturally. And all will see I will always be I presume that no one present has heard of me, but you will. Edgar Allan, son of John and Frances Allan of Richmond, Virginia. First in my class of 29 at the Richmond Academy, recipient of the Robert Burns Prize for Elocution, founder and president of the Latin Club, high regent of the Elizabethan Drama Guild, and distinguished member of the Piedmont Thespian Society. But all of those stunning accomplishments were but a prelude. For now, I stand motionless upon the golden threshold of the wide open gate of dreams. For today is the day I have been preparing for the entire 122 days of quarantine. Tonight, it and special guest, Edgar Allan. Not to the neighbors. That's better.
Thank you so much for having us, Winnipeg. I'm the other Edgar Allan, and we're streaming live from New York City, deep in the heart of COVID America. Over the last 4 months, we've learned that to survive in our newly christened plague state, it requires a certain unique skill set.
Ever since the world began, the creatures of the earth have tried to gain the upper hand. The crow thieves, the fox cheats, a weasel will outwit you from the middle. A poet once said that man was made to mourn, but not true, for man was made to diddle.
What word did you just say?
Diddle!
What's a diddle?
It's the deed a diddler does.
Okay, what's a diddler?
I'm glad you asked. The diddler is minute. He works on the small scale. His eyes are on the comet while he's got you by the tail. He's cool as a cucumber. He's always nonchalant. You better read the fine print because he types in smallest font. Your diddler, he will persevere. He will not be discouraged. And when the world is cast their doubts, he only is encouraged to diddle, 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 diddle. Diddle, 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 dee. Diddle, 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 diddle. Diddle, 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 dee.
Could you define diddle a little bit better?
To con, to scam, to cheat.
When was it coined?
About 20 years ago, in 1805.
Does it have any other definitions?
Not yet, but you know how languages are always evolving. Now you try!
Oh, no, I couldn't possibly. I'm no diddler.
Don't think! Dive!
The diddler is ingenious. He understands the plot. He'd probably invent rat traps if a diddler he were not.
Good. The diddler is impertinent. He's been so all his life. He'll eat your dinner, kick your dog, and then he'll thump your wife. The diddler is audacious, the boldest of all men. He'll take the war to Syria and brings it home again.
Diddle, 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 diddle. Diddle, 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 dee. Diddle, 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 diddle. Diddle, 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 dee.
Your diddler has self-interest, and when the day is done, remember you are number 2. And he is number 1. Your diddler gets so tired, and when he goes to bed, he blows his candle out and he lays down his pretty head. And lying in the darkness, he allows himself this win. For a diddler is no diddler, lest he does it with a grin. Diddle, 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 diddle. Diddle, 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 diddle. is the night so dark? Why are the stars so far? Why is it cold when it's clear? Why are you not here? Mama, why are you not here? Were you afraid in the night? Did you also sleep with the light? Were you afraid of the sea? Did you give these fears to me? What have I inherited and what am I worth? What is the value of my time on earth? What are my losses? What are my gains when misery is beautiful? And what I feel the most is pain. And what I feel the most, and what I feel the most, and what I see the most, and what I hear the most, and what I want to find is the tonic to cure the burning of the fever in my mind. Why is the night so dark? Why are the stars so far? Will it hurt like this forever? Why are you not here? I don't want to be a diddler in America anymore. I don't want to have to diddle to get by. Where can we not be diddlers? Where can we not be diddlers? Wake up! Where can we not be diddlers? I don't want to diddle anymore.
I know a place.
Where?
Oh no. It's over international boundaries. In a province called Manitoba. It's too dangerous.
Dangerous? Or fun?
Well, it would be very dangerous for the Canadians if we were to cross the border and go up there. Yes, dangerous.
Everything fun is a little bit dangerous.
Well, this would be a lot dangerous.
And everything dangerous.
I can't stress how
It's a
dangerous
little
it is.
bit fun.
It's very dangerous. We could get in trouble.
It's not trouble unless you get injured.
That's the point of ow! That hurt.
It's not messy until you're covered in dirt.
None of these things sound fun, Edgar.
Oh, it's not fun unless it's naughty.
I
not naughty until you get caught at the border. Please take us at the border.
Are we trying to be caught at the border? I mean, at this point, Canadian prison would be a lateral move.
Oh my God, will they please take us in Canadian prison?
Could we go to Canadian prison?
Oh, it's not.
Where? Take it to the bridge.
Oh, it's not.
It's not a chase.
Oh, I know it's not a chase across international borders.
Until you
run across the border. Run.
we could apply for a special skills visa.
Please. Oh, everything fun is a little bit dangerous, and everything dangerous is a little bit fun. Your heart's not racing until you're being followed. It's not a chase.
Edgar, I think we should go over the border.
Did they build a wall?
Not yet. We have to hurry.
We gotta go!
We
We're
gotta go.
coming, Manitoba! We're coming!
Winnipeg.
Amazing.
Oh wow! Well, we are waiting with open like foot tap hellos. That was so good.
Yeah, we can't wait till you're back in Canada and back in Winnipeg when we're ready for you guys.
What a Gonzo Gothic time. I love it.
Yeah,
I love
Fringe.
it.
That's what you'll see at Fringe. You get a taste of everything, and I miss it dearly. But we have something exciting for you guys. We have an online giveaway.
That's right.
For our Fringe folks at home, and it's a trivia giveaway. And check it out. You'll get like a Wicked water bottle. You get these koozies right here. You get a tote bag.
Who doesn't love a tote?
Yeah, tote bag, and you get this beautiful Fringe T-shirt. So the question is, what year was the first year of the Winnipeg Fringe Festival? First person to answer wins the prize. We'll be watching it. And we talked about food. We talked about volunteers. Me personally, I miss the outdoor site. That's where I work. I'm one of the outdoor site managers with Catherine. And it's an absolute blast to be out there 12 days, feel the Fringe energy, see people come through the square, share stories, share posters, share handbills. And it's something I miss very deeply, and I miss all of you. So we have a little video for a shout out for our outdoor site. Outdoor site, man. I miss it. I miss everything. And we have a winner. Ian Daniel, 1988 is correct. First year Winnipeg Fringe. This is the first time since 1988 that we won't have the Winnipeg Fringe out here.
That's right. But we have it in here. We have it in here. We have it in here.
Yeah. Food, rain, staff, volunteers.
It actually
Fringers.
all came through today.
Exactly. So thank you. We have an amazing troupe up next.
Well, we outside joke. My improv group, Outside Joke. We asked to be a part of this sort of thing, but given the state of the world and the state of live performance, and given that we are consummate hustlers, we really took the opportunity to pivot out of improv and to use that same skill set, like powerful intuition and impulse, to become paranormal investigators. Our artistic brains are so randomly in tune with the universe that we're more able than many to communicate with ghosts. So we're really trying our hand at this ghost investigation thing, and we've been afraid of this ghost here tonight. So I've actually got my crew here, and we're gonna investigate this ghost that's been here at the gas station art center. Now, Ray, just one thing before we start. The suggestion we got for why the ghost might be haunting this place is that the ghost arrived 1 minute late to a Fringe show, ticket in hand, and was not allowed in.
Well, those are the rules.
Those are the rules. Once again, props to the volunteers. Run a tight site. I have been in this position before, and I know that the responsibility falls on me for being a minute late.
For sure.
Sorry you didn't get to see the show. There's going to be one blank seat in there, and probably someone who really would have liked to see it. So be on time for Fringe shows. I'm talking to this ghost now, but anyways, I got to get my crew here. My crew of ghost investigators. And Ray, before we start, what is a secret that might be between friends or between a group of people that that people are reluctant to talk about?
Someone's adopted.
Someone's adopted. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm going to get my crew here. I'm going to take out one of these headphones, put in two more. I've got two microphone packs right here. I got my phone here. I'm a regular 21st century digital boy, if there's any Bad Religion fans out there. Okay. So, Ray, everybody sit tight. We're going to get to the bottom of this ghost thing. Okay, here we go.
Hello.
Hey, Toby.
Have I got you there? Oh, I can't hear your voices.
Hey, Toby, we're here. We're here.
Yeah, we've been set up for a while now.
Okay, yeah, you're good? Okay, who have we got here? We've got Jane, we've got the chief. There, we've got Robin Slade.
Yeah, present.
And we've got there in the darkness, Paul DeGurse, the musician.
Roger that.
Roger that. Okay, now we might be getting into a little bit of a sticky, dangerous situation here. But first, why don't we go through a little bit like how we've made this transition from improvisers into ghost hunters?
Yeah, well, I mean, the obvious lack of performance opportunities that are out there right now. We were just, as most struggling artists do, trying to figure out, what applicable skills we have, right? How does this translate to another profession? And so the most obvious thing that came to mind was ghost hunting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, and just, everything coming to a halt like that, what everyone's been saying is that it just really makes you think, and it really makes you reimagine and look into what you're doing. And to me, I kind of hit this epiphany that I've just been goofing around my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
So then I decided to do something serious, something dead serious.
Dead. Oof.
Ghost hunting.
I don't know if the ghost liked that comment. That was a.
Okay, are you getting feedback? Are you getting some?
Is it dipping?
What? Well, I'm hearing something. Yeah, it definitely sounds like the first strings of a narrative. What are you getting from this? What are you feeling here? Uh-oh.
Yeah, Jane, do you have your ghost meter handy?
Yeah, hang on. Got a real cool light. There we go.
Oh yeah, it's going off the charts. Wait a minute.
Definitely pinging the spectrometer.
There's definitely something going on. Okay, all right.
Okay, I'm definitely I'm picking up something, and it sounds a little bit like they're blaming parking. They couldn't find parking.
You couldn't find parking
to get to the show.
Couldn't find parking to get in. Okay. Oh no! I'm hearing that. No! I'm getting the whisper a little bit closer to where I am now. I'm just going to a little bit of a darker place here. No.
I keep hearing the word Pemina Highway over and over.
Bombers game. I'm hearing bombers.
Oh yes.
Bombers game.
Oh Yes. Oh no, I'm hearing something about street parking. Something about street parking in the exchange. Oh, they're furious now. They were stuck behind a cyclist coming over the Donald Bridge. And all of the parking spots in the gas station parking lot were taken. That's not a parking lot, people. That's not public. That's for staff. That's for staff. Oh, it seems like we're getting through to the ghost. It might have calmed it a bit.
Okay.
Okay, the ghost obviously respects the needs of the gas station art center staff.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I'm hearing that. It's coming through clear. Here's the thing, real quick. Toby, I did take the chicken out of the freezer, but like it's not going to be ready for tonight.
But I've been like here all day.
Yeah, I know.
Like I was working and then I came here and.
Yeah, I know. It's still frozen.
Well, can you put it in the microwave and like unthaw
No,
it?
that's not healthy. I can't do.
Guys, can we focus up here? I understand.
I'm so sorry.
Yes, of course. Oh, no, this is the ghost. It's coming back. It's coming back. Okay. Oh, well.
What's your temperature gauge saying, Toby?
The temperature gauge, it's getting very chilly in here. At first, I thought it might have been the chill after the rainstorm, but no, this is definitely a unnatural frost in the air.
Okay, what I'm gonna do.
Oh my goodness! Just here in the green room,
Toby,
backstage.
we need to draw the film in. And if this
Okay, we need
goes
to. Yes, that's what we need to do. We need to draw the. Here's. Okay. All right. So, okay, I'm gonna set the stage here. I'm in the green room at the gas station art center. This is a place where we have spent many a wonderful time. I'm actually getting a little personally choked up being in here right now. It's just getting to be too much. I mean, like you guys are my family, and this is where we come together and like really do our stuff. In this room right here with these lights. And of course it wouldn't be Fringe if someone hadn't left their bag backstage.
Whose bag is that?
I'm not gonna look inside of it. If it was my bag, I wouldn't want anybody to look in.
We can't leave it there.
Do you think it might be the ghost's bag?
You need to look into that bag.
I am not entirely comfortable looking in the bag.
Okay, then we're just gonna ask.
Think of it like this. Okay, yep.
Ghost Fringe patron?
Hmm?
Is that your bag?
If that is your bag, Ghost Fringe patron, slam the weird wobbly table once, and if it's not your bag, twice.
It's their bag. It's their bag.
It's their bag.
It's their bag.
Just gotta approach this carefully. And I just want to say again, you guys, I miss you so much, and being here is like being like home with family, and it's empty in here, and there's not a bunch of swords and trees backstage from D&D and like circus hoops and whatever's going on.
So much space.
They take up a lot of space. They take up a lot of space. I'm in that show too, and so are you. But all right, back to business. Maybe if we can solve this ghost and get it out of here, maybe we can, put our Fringe shames to pass. The ghost has orange mechanical pencil.
Okay, that's cute.
That's
I'm hearing this
probably
sound
what
from the ghost.
used to circle the shows it wanted to see in the program.
A pencil on that glossy paper, classic ghost.
You don't want
Oh
to
my
use
gosh.
a pen because then what if you make a mistake? What if you can't see at 2 o'clock on Thursday
my
because
gosh.
you're already seeing at 2:15?
A pain I know well.
What if
Look
all the
at this.
5-star shows are sold out? And you just wanted to see 5 guitars or 6 guitars. How many guitars was it?
They're up to 12 guitars now.
Okay.
Yeah, Chase Paget, many guitars. Look, Red Bull Fringe, the green edition. Someone's been working all day. The bag is a Samsonite. Oh, no, what is that? Oh my gosh!
Toby?
clearly. This ghost chasing me. Flash the lights. There's water spurting out of the toilet in the big bathroom. It smells like Subway in here. That's nothing unusual. I gotta hide. There's just something going on. Okay.
Game?
You hear that?
I can't
The ghost
see
is
it.
raging now. You hear those high trills?
Toby,
Yes.
what you need to do to calm this ghost down, you've got to promise it that it can use your password to get into a show.
No, Jane, we only have 2 comps left. You can't
We
do
only
that.
have
No,
two
you have to give it. Tell it.
We only have 2 comps.
You can't just give a password to just some rando on the street. They're gonna tell all their friends.
This is a different circumstance. We have to trust this ghost.
There's an illusion of exclusivity we have to maintain. Ah, that was weird. Yes.
Quick sidebar.
Yeah.
I recently found out. So you know my brother Morton, right?
Yeah, he's a year older than you. He's like a mirror
year and a
image
half,
of your
yeah.
exact face. Yeah.
Yeah, we look a lot alike.
Yeah.
Which is shocking because I am a dog.
Whoa. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
You're adopted?
Yeah, I just found out. It's kind of neat.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's a weird time to drop. I mean, not a weird time to drop that. Sorry, no, it's on your mind.
I mean, getting together's so hard, so I thought I would just take a minute, share that.
I mean,
That's
you know anything about your birth family?
Yeah, here's the crazy part, and I can't believe I'm dropping this now. Paul is my dad.
That's true.
that.
Yeah, we recently, we connected privately first to make sure it was cool to share, and Paul's my papa, Papa Paul.
Papa Paul. That, you know what? They did used to call him Pops.
I did use a couple times, and
Well, this sounds like
I
it's
just-
making the ghost happy.
yeah.
Robin, I guess
I think they got into the show.
They finally got into the show.
Yeah.
it was a one-person show about coming to terms with being adopted.
Oh.
And even if you didn't live that same experience, the charisma and storytelling ability of the performer transported you to a place where you understood.
One spotlight, one mime cube,
600 lighting cues. That one.
60 minutes,
for the
but it
text.
actually clocked in at about 48.
Yeah. Well, no, it actually clocked in at about 63 consistently.
Whoa, you're really not supposed to go over your time. It really has to
But you
connect
know what?
with-
When you have no set to strike, it's kind of okay. It's secretly okay.
Well, I don't know. We can't say that in here. There'd be all sorts of other ghosts that would get on our cases about that. Well, Ghost, are you all right? Oh, it's wonderful. It's beautiful. Wait, what's this?
What is it?
What's going on in here?
Toby?
See, getting some weird feedback.
It's the actual stage.
Let me use my equipment here.
Yeah, make a quick scan. What?
But it's us.
How are we? But I'm here, and
It's a vision of the future.
oh no, Papa,
It's all come full circle.
This
So
was
wasn't
all
just a
meant to
ghost.
happen. We were meant to connect with this ghost. Robin, you were meant to discover that Paul's your dad somehow, even though I think he's technically younger than you.
I always thought we were more of like an adopted family, like we adopted each other's family. But I mean, a literal dad, that's awesome.
no, I mean biologically he's my father, which is
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
let's lean into that moving forward.
I mean, if we believe in ghosts, we're gonna have to believe in that kind of crazy, not really realistic nonsense.
Well, if we're gonna believe in ghosts, then we have to believe in fringe magic, and if we're gonna believe in fringe magic, we have to believe that we've all had a very beautiful time here tonight.
Hey.
Hey,
Happy Fringe.
happy fringe, everyone.
Happy Fringe, you guys.
Hey, happy fringe, Zoe.
I can't.
StreamYard would like to access the microphone. Happy fringe, Ray. Happy fringe, tech table. Happy fringe, Cage. Happy fringe, Fringe. Looking very much forward to seeing everyone IRL sometime in the future.
Amazing. Thank you. Outside Joke. Give them a like, give them a comment. It's not too late to enter tonight for our Fringe Grand Prize. So just give us some action online. Say hello. Tell us how much you enjoyed tonight. Tell us what your favorite Fringe shows are, favorite food. Just give us a holler so you can be entered into the grand prize. Don't forget this amazing custom-made cooler along with a $100 gift certificate to Liquor Mart. You can have it if you can claim it in Winnipeg. And if not, we do have a super pass for Fringe 2021. I'm getting tired.
Yeah, I'm getting
It's like 12 days of Fringe in 4 hours.
Yeah, packing it in. Feels good.
How do you feel about your performance? That was amazing.
Well, I mean, we're still finding our stride as ghost hunters, I gotta say. But what am I doing wrong? I'm looking here. Yeah, right over there.
Here we are.
Here we are.
We're trying. Yeah, theater actors.
Once
and
again,
cameras.
theater actors improvising over Zoom, StreamYard, really pushing the boundaries of our own consciousness.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I know you'll see it in the credits later, but special shout out to our staff, our tech staff, Catherine, Tori, Zoe. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna miss everyone. Chuck, Chris, the gas station crew, Todd, Nick, Ellen, Haley. We couldn't do this without them. Sorry, see, I can't even get the right camera without them. They're just behind. Any which way.
They're all out there in the world. Check out winnipegfringe.com if you want to see the schedule for upcoming Fringe nights that are coming up.
Yeah.
Anything you want to plug or?
I'd like to plug the amazing Fringe content that we have online. There are free shows, pay what you can shows like just like at Fringe, maximum $12 per show. So visit it at winnipegfringe.com. I'd like to give a shout out to Operatic Panic Attack by Fringe favorite TJ Daw. It's a story about theater, music, and being clobbered by anxiety. So check that one out.
I would like to selfishly plug at Outside Joke Improv on social media. We are partnering a little bit with the Beer Can, that funky outdoor drinking establishment, to do a couple shows in the next little while. So follow at Outside Joke Improv. Also follow at the Beer Can Winnipeg, at the Beer Can WPG for updates on shows we might be doing there.
Right on.
Yeah.
So thank you again for joining us. Big special thanks to Toby Hughes of Outside Joke, D&D Improv. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me. It's always a pleasure to hang out.
Awesome, man. And tomorrow we're back again, 7 to 10, 10:30 with some great Winnipeg Fringe entertainment. So please join us. Can't wait to see you tomorrow. Take care.
Keep watching the skies.